All right, so here we're looking at an example of viewing our NetSuite data in Power BI. So we use the Accelerator and use deFacto to serve this up. We have a full, in this example, we have a full P&L statement. We're showing, a 12-month trend in the full year, and you can see how we go all the way down to net income, of course, and everything, again, is in one place. What's great about this is you can use all the capabilities of Power BI, where I can make changes to any time or scenario around this. I could change just like this, just change my entity from worldwide to New York, and you can see my values here. So this example is just an output report. It's not meant to be, used as a forecast, but if you wanted to then forecast this data or budget this data, I can go into unit sales here. And again, you can see we're using standard Power BI capabilities in conjunction with the deFacto integrated business planning capability for NetSuite. Now, the green here represents where I can actually submit data, so it's open for input, and the white is just, again, an output that I can view. So just so you see what that means, I can come in here and I can take this 10,000, and I'm simply going to make this 1,000, right? And then I can simply submit my data. So it is an input template where I'm submitting my data right from Power BI into that centralized data model that's created by the Accelerator. So this is going to recalculate all my data. You'll see here that my revenue now will go from $12 million and change here. And when I refresh this, it's going to now go down because I decrease the number of units, right, to now $3.6 million. And if I look at my total revenue for the year, it's $97 million, just over $97 million. And if I go back to that first statement, where I was showing the output of my P&L, you can now see that this data has been updated to $97 million. So it is a true integrated planning platform, right? And that's really the key, that we can make changes to all sorts of data, and it all comes together in one centralized place, whether you're submitting that data in Excel or, like in this case, in Power BI. All right, so what we're going to look at now is DF Foresight, our ability to create predictive forecasts off of our NetSuite data. So this is a great example of that. So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at sales across different time periods, right? So you can see here, I go back, in this case, back to 2023, and I'm going out all the way out into the end of 2026. Actually, it goes beyond that, but that's what we're showing on the screen here. And this blue line represents the actuals that are coming in over time. And the faint purple line here is the forecast that our salespeople have entered over time as well, right? So they've done this for years, and you can see how accurate this might be. And if I just picked, like, let's say, Sedan here in total for the total East, you can see that, our accuracy isn't that great from our salespeople entering that data. So what we want to do here is we're going to generate a predictive forecast of that data using deFacto's DF Foresight capability in conjunction with Microsoft's Azure AI capability. So all I do here is hit Run DF Forecast. It's running a rule in the deFacto platform to basically pass the historical data back to Microsoft's Azure AI. You can see it's done already. And what it's doing now is projecting out 2 years of data into the future. So this orange line here is what that new DF Foresight scenario is, what it represents. So when I refresh this data here, you're going to see that data pop up. And when I look at different locations here or different products, you're going to see, in this case, that we're far more accurate for New York than we would be in the manual forecast, as an example. Now, if you don't trust this data, and until you'd use it a few times, you probably wouldn't. But you could use it as a, regular scenario, like here's my DF Foresight scenario. But maybe I just want to use it as a guideline for my salespeople who are entering this data, right? So I can then come over here to the manual forecast page, and what I'll see is the DF Foresight data populated to give me that guideline, but where I can come in here now and I can say, oh, this is much higher in my manual forecast. I can bring this down to maybe a more reasonable level here where I can make that change and submit that data back into deFacto, right? So if nothing else, it becomes a nice guideline to say maybe I missed something, and the DF4 side picked it up for me just like that.
So with the new NetSuite integrated business planning solution, it creates your data lake directly on top of NetSuite in real time. It then has the deFacto budgeting, planning, and forecasting processes. And then along with the solution, you also get the AI and ML capabilities that deFacto and Microsoft Copilot bring into play. So you really get that trifecta of your data and AI initiatives, and it's all in real time on top of NetSuite. If you're using NetSuite at your organization and still using disconnected spreadsheets for your budgeting, planning, and forecasting processes, visit our website at gocollectiv.com to learn more and get a demo of how you can do this in real time.